peanut butter, maybe one of the greatest things ever invented. And if you combine this with steaks, I know it sounds weird, but let me tell you something. It is delicious. About 6 years ago, I did an experiment with peanut butter and steak. That went extremely well, but the results was unconclusive. And I'm wondering if it was just us.
You guys out of your mind?
Because for today's experiment, I'm going to be running the same thing, but I'm hoping to have conclusive results. And here's how I'm going to run today's experiment. The first thing to do is to grab some steaks. As you can see, I went with these 3 beautiful New York strip. They have great marbling and they're going to work out perfect. First thing to do is to season them. I went with a good amount of salt followed by freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder. Once that was done, our peanut butter steak, this is how it's going to go down. I'm going to go ahead and slather a good amount of peanut butter onto it. A very generous amount. The more peanut butter, the better. Oh yes, friends. So I made sure to cover the whole thing with it. As once that was done, I went ahead and bagged that up, vacuum sealed it, and it was now ready for sous vide. The other 2 steaks, I didn't do anything yet. And that's because one is going to be the control, and the next one we're going to be doing a peanut butter sauce. Into a pan I threw in some sesame oil, followed by avocado oil, a good amount of garlic, followed by some sesame seeds, mixed it all up, and immediately added peanut butter. Then I added some soy sauce, followed by red chili flakes, some MSG, mixed it all up, and went ahead and added some beef broth. Then I whisked it all together until I got the consistency I was looking for. Because once I was happy with it, this will be the steak peanut butter sauce. Because now that I have all of the steaks ready, into the sous vide water bath they go at 135 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 hours. And as that was happening, it was perfect because that allowed me time to go ahead and make an awesome side dish. This one might surprise you how easy and simple it is. The first thing to do is to get some beef. These are trimmings from a tenderloin. It's going to be extremely tender and perfect for this dish. So into the pan they go, followed by salt, black pepper, garlic, MSG, sesame oil, soy sauce, and gochujang. Mix it all up and combine all of the ingredients together. You want to make sure you got a nice coating of this entire marinade. As after it sits in the refrigerator for about an hour, you want to go ahead and cook it up in a pan. I went ahead and started to get some color on it. Because once you have done so, the meat is now ready, so I set it to the side. As it was time to cook the noodles. And for that, I got some beef broth, added a generous amount of that peanut butter sauce we just made, mixed it all together until everything was fully combined, and immediately added my cooked noodles. Mixed it up a little bit, and it was ready. First, I added all the noodles, followed by that wonderful beef, a hard-boiled egg, a generous amount of green onions, a tiny bit of sesame seeds, and finished it off with some gochujang, which is Korean chili flakes. And that is today's side dish. And if I'm being completely honest, I have a feeling that this is going to be as good as today's experiment. Talking about that, by this time my steaks were fully cooked. So I went ahead and removed them from the bag, and the peanut butter won. Oh wow. Yep, I had to go ahead and remove all of the peanut butter because it already did its job. And as you can clearly see, it doesn't look that appetizing. Because I know exactly what you're thinking. My steaks don't look that good right now. But watch this.
My favorite part of the video, which is the taste test. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm not telling these guys nothing because I want a consistent result. Last time, it wasn't very conclusive, but this time it will be. So now I say, it is enough talking and it is time to eat.
I'm not gonna lie, guys, these steaks look a little bit weird already. Like this thing got some, looks like miso or something on top.
All I know, guys, is if we know Google well enough, there's 3 steaks, which means it's an experiment of some sort.
And since I see that this one looks like an experiment, I'm gonna assume that this is probably the control. So let's try to start here and see what happens.
You don't gotta tell me twice. All right, in the words of Google, enough talking and let's try it. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
That is perfect, bro. I don't taste any off flavors, anything like that. That is just a good piece of steak right there.
You barely have to chew that. You take a few chews, like maybe like 5 or 6 chews, you could already bring it down.
I love sous vide. I have nothing else to say. I just love sous vide.
All right, I think we already know this is definitely the control. It was amazing, just what we like. Let's move on to the second one.
Whoa.
We're gonna switch it up and we're gonna go for the last one this time.
It looks weird, man. Let's get that thing out the way, and if it's bad, we go right into that side dish. Bro,
Let's give it a...
Oh!
What?
There's a smell there. There's a smell there that I'm familiar with.
This combination might be really good or really freaking bad.
I mean, it smells good, so let's see what happens. Cheers.
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 Oh, I like this.
I'm sorry, bro. I think you're alone on that one. That is not.
I'm alone?
I love peanut butter. On a steak like that? No.
It has a little bit of spice, but it also has like an off texture. It's a little bit more oily than normal peanut butter.
The other thing is the texture of the peanut butter, since it's so thick and creamy, it kind of like absorbs the steak juices. So you don't even get that steak juice flavor at all. Flavor itself is pretty overpowering, so you don't taste the beefiness as much either. You can't feel that tenderness. You can't feel the flavor. I think this just kind of makes that sous vide steak worse.
Valid points, but I like the flavor. It tastes good to me. You might love it or you might hate it.
To get rid of this flavor in my mouth, I can't stop looking at that bowl that's in front of Leo.
I haven't heard a question yet, but let's get right into the side dish. Look, it smells really good though, I will be honest. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. I like the peanut butter.
Oh, that's delicious.
Wow, it's so good.
The actual noodles are really soft, but with the steak, you get the flavor of like a bulgogi or some sort of very marinated steak. All blends perfect for me.
I like how it has like the right amount of spice. It's really good. There's one steak left to try. I think there's nothing to it but to do it, right?
Let's get it done, boys. I'm curious now to try it. I want to see what this is.
We can do it right now.
Let's get it done.
Cheers.
Cheers. That is pretty weird right there. Is it just me or is it under-seasoned?
A little bit, yeah.
I feel like there might have also been something on the steak that rather than give it a crust, burnt and prevented the actual steak from forming a crust. And you can see it on the steak. It's not seared all the way through. It's like little bits of burnt all the way around.
I actually think that the second steak we tried is better than that one. And I didn't even like that one. But on today's video, I think the control is the best one we tried. I don't know what Guga did to these steaks, but it was a fail.
Yeah, thumbs down in my opinion.
I liked it a little bit.
And don't forget, all of my products now exclusively available at your local Walmart. Let me show you the exact locations you can find it in every store. It's going to be right here. They call this area As Seen on TV or Trending Now. We got the one-of-a-kind burger press. You can't find this griddle anywhere because it can be used in any surface. And let's not forget about the marinating kit. And if you want to keep your grill nice and clean, I got you covered. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.